Well, it's Christmas time again, and that always finds me a little bit nostalgic for days gone by. A Christmas in the Pumphrey household meant opening presents beside a roaring hearth and eating Mom's homemade flapjacks, and then dragging my younger brother Jonah out to the family woodshed to lay claim to all his best presents. Like all older brothers did in those days, I'd hit Jonah with a bar of soap wrapped in a sock. I'd always hit him just hard enough that it would hurt, but never so hard that it would leave a mark that he could show our mother. At around 4, the doorbell would ring, and in would pour the relatives, smiling and singing carols. Jonah and I would run off to show our cousins our Christmas loot. And I remember one year my cousins asked why Jonah had so few presents, and I told them it was because he was a homosexual and my parents didn't want to encourage him. My older listeners will remember the sticking power that rumors had in those days when communities were close. And then came the food. Do you remember the food? My God, there was green beans and corn pudding. There were yams with marshmallows and mashed potatoes with the skin left on. Jonah never liked dinner time as much as I did, because I would put bugs and metal into his mashed potatoes and force him to eat them. Screws and pieces of brick I'd found in the garden, cigarette butts and dead spiders. I had him convinced that if he told our mother about it, I'd surprise him in his sleep by hitting him with a bunch of nickels and pennies wrapped in a sock. We put all sorts of things in socks in those days. It was a simpler time. Well, Christmas hasn't been the same since Mom and Dad passed on a few years back, and certainly not since Jonah took his own life back in 1979. But sometimes the smell of green bean casserole or the sight of a roll of pennies wrapped in a sock will remind me of those innocent days in the Pumphrey house. Merry Christmas, everybody.